It's amazing looking back at the first Assassin's Creed and thinking how this has become Ubisoft's go-to formula for games in the future. Big open worlds, a bunch of checklist collectibles, and so on. Now, this game, and to an extent this franchise, is a personal favorite of mine, and it starts off with some good, humble beginnings. Graphically, this isn't too bad for an early 7th gen game. Yes, the models have aged a bit here and there, and to an extent the colors can seem a little off at times, which is funny for a game where one of the main bad guys has a bright red cross on him. But other than that, the colors and lighting are just fine. I'm just glad there's no color tinting. I also had 2 issues trying to run this game. The first one was a nasty stutter. Basically, your old single-player game is trying to connect to modern Ubisoft servers and having a small tizzy. The fix required some messing with files, a bit more than I was used to. The second only applies if you're playing this game on a controller. Despite having an Xbox 360 port and being compatible with Xbox controllers, this game doesn't like having controllers by default. It's like playing the game drunk. I tried a lot of fixes to try and get this to play nice, and the thing that worked was just rebinding the entire thing by muscle memory. I won't argue with results. So let's meet our hero, Altair. Hero being relative. So the last time I played this game was on ye olde 360, and I never noticed how much of a dick Altair was. Ooh, hey, we got here before Harrison Ford. And our big bad's here too. His name is Robert. And here we have our first instance of Altair getting humbled. Pay attention, this will become a trend. So after returning home with our tail between our legs, we come to Masyaf, the home of the Assassin Brotherhood. Now, fun fact, Masyaf is a real locale in Syria, although I think Ubisoft took some liberties at the castle. Also, we might not be the most popular guy here.
Best hurry. No doubt you're eager to put your tongue to his boot.
And this is the Master, aka Al Mualim. I like to call him Murder Santa. Look at that beard.
Master, we are under attack. Robert de Sable lays siege to Masyaf's village.
Well, Bobbert said he was gonna attack. Unfortunately for him, we have 2 things, a fortress and a backup plan. Hay bales. The backup plan is hay bales. Here's where we get in touch with some of the free running this game has, and I will say, this is something I love. Walking across beams without having to play a balancing minigame is it's just beautiful. I love it. And boom, Templars toppled. Now we can get a reward for saving the day. No, scolded. We fucked up. Altair fucked up. In the prologue of this game, Altair has managed to fuck up every single one of the Assassin's rules, and yeah, he's dead. And re-enter Contemporary. So this is how the story's going to progress. We do some assassinating in the 1100s, then pop back into the modern day to do some snooping.
Appreciate your questioning my authority in front of the prisoner. There's a word for that. I believe it's called insubordination.
And I don't appreciate you trying to kill him. There's a word for that too. I believe it's called stupid.
You can also get some more understanding of Desmond and the modern era assassins by chatting with Lucy post-session.
So you're really an assassin? Like Altair?
Yes and no.
What do you mean?
I was supposed to be one, but I ran away from the farm when I was 16.
Farm?
Yeah, that's what they called the place where I grew up. The farm. Like Masyaf, I guess. Only not so, creepy. Just a small community in the middle of nowhere. About 30 of us living, off the grid.
Why?
Thought my parents were just crazy hippies trying to stick it to the man, My dad was always going on about our enemies, how they'd be looking for us, how we'd have to be prepared.
You're not the only one who doesn't get to go home at night.
Wait, are you saying you're a prisoner?
Desmond really has no love for the Brotherhood, huh? And Lucy's got no love for Abstergo. Okay, 2 for 2, I'm going to bed. What the hell was that?
Gotta say, that's a little creepy, Doc. Waking up to you standing over me. You been watching me sleep?
Mr. Creepy and Impatient here likes to start every morning by telling Desmond that his ancestors suck. It's a morning routine for him. Okay, time for time travel time. Go figure, Altair isn't dead, but he's not off the hook either. If anything, he's going to be hanging there for a while. Murder Santa's letting us live because we could still be useful, and Altair can get a nice lesson in being humble, which he still needs. Okay, first job. Someone betrayed the order and let Bobbert and his Templars in the front door so we get to track down who's who. This is the basic hunting part of the gameplay loop. Pickpocketing, eavesdropping, and punching. Eavesdropping's the easiest. Find a bench, get cozy, and snoop.
I know what I saw. We'll soon open the gate.
Okay, so we have a name, Masoon. But we also have an unknown number 2 with ties to the local basket weaver. He's our next stop. So this one's pickpocketing, probably my personal favorite. You walk slightly faster than the person you're tailing, but they do check over their shoulder sometimes. My only complaint is you can't read the note, it just gives you a tooltip. Kinda lame. Masoon is the dipshit in the red cap ranting and raving, in public no less, about how Murder Santa's a terrible person. He's gonna get himself killed. So the fist-fighting interrogation isn't my favorite. You block punches and swing your cuff-a-fists until the informant cracks. It doesn't feel as refined as I would like, personally. It's also the only time in the game where you ever really need to use your fists as a weapon. Oh hey, remember when I said he was gonna die? Told ya. Okay, now we can get into the meat of things. We got our sword, iconic hidden blade, and 9 people to reintroduce to the Earth. And our first one is in Damascus. Damascus is a bright, sunny place filled with merchants, pissy guards, and beggars who've been made to piss off you specifically. Get used to them, they're not going away. Oh, and this city has canals, and despite Altair's many abilities, he can't swim. The local city guard wears green, but you might notice these guys in gray. They're thugs who I think are part of the city guard. Their whole job is harassing would-be thieves, and in this case, scholars. Saving the accused to get you one of 2 things. Vigilantes who can tie up guards while you escape, and the second is scholars/monks. They're basically a mobile hiding spot, but in this case, they give us a way that lets us walk in the front door without having to kill the guards. The first time you enter a new city, it's always like this, and it gets old fast. I love how the guards never notice that you have a sword, or even later when you get a massive dagger that's sheathed in a way that's far from subtle. When you get to a city to hunt a target, it's the same routine each time. Climb every tower in the district so you can get more of the map, and hear that lovely eagle screech. This will show you all your investigations are, and thankfully you only need to do 2 of them. It's the same round of missions we had in the Masyaf tutorial, listening, punching, and having the stickiest of fingers. But now we have a new type. Assassins operating in the city who need our help relaying messages, killing guards who might be telling them, and playing CTF. My only real issue with the investigations is that sometimes you pickpocket a note or a fellow assassin gives you a map. There's no way to look at it, only a tooltip telling you that you have it. Oh, you got a map that marks rooftop archers? You learn to expect that anyway because there's always rooftop archers. Always. We find out Tamir's getting a cubic buttload of weapons made, and it's still a little too early to say why. So, we head back to our bureau chief, get a feather, and go to hunt a bigwig. Now each assassination is its own little challenge. Some can be direct combat, some can be a chase, and others let you sneak up on your target, or be a little more violent. Tamir is the latter, and he's what I describe as an opulent a-hole. See? A-hole! Tamir is easy. He's too concerned about his weapons, so let him walk to a table and then give him the shank.
You think me some petty death dealer?
Wait, did you just Brutus someone 5 seconds ago? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, and that's what the feather's for, by the way. So, when you take out a target, the whole city goes on high alert. Every guard you pass will spot you instantly, and can I take a second to point out how fit these guys are? I know historical armor isn't as heavy or cumbersome as it's stereotyped to be, but Altair has trained for rooftop running parkour. So it's always surprised me that these guys will chase you across every single roof. Even beam balancing. Seriously, what is the Crusader aerobic routine?
Attitude and my respect. Thank you. It is a
And here he is being a kiss ass. Okay, let's head back to Masia. The modern day. Modern day. Now, with each target taken down, we get an upgrade. This being the 4th weapon, this massive fuck-off dagger, and the only sub-weapon, throwing knives. Now that we have the full arsenal, let's talk combat. You have 3 main methods of dispatching enemies. Either button mash until they fall over, which I don't recommend, or use the timing method. Press attack every time you hear the of your blade against theirs. Or you can use my favorite, counter killing. Countering has you playing a little more defensively. Wait for the enemy to strike, and then... It's beautiful, like a Dawn of War sync kill. Now this does take some timing. Too early, too late, and the enemy's attack will go through. I swear I can never get the timing right for the heavy attacks. Now my only issue with this system is how some of the enemy types interact with it. We have 3 basic ranks, so to speak. Grunts, who with a counter system you can one-tap. Archers, who are just grunts with a bow. Officers, however, are the ones that bug me. You have to counter them twice, and it feels kinda gamified, which normally wouldn't bug me, but I don't like the way they went about it. On the first counter, Altair will punch or kick them back, and it feels like he's doing that instead of stabbing them. Now, this does let you employ the first of 2 overpowered strategies, kicking them while they're down. When an opponent's knocked down, you can just stab them to death. Easily. The only enemy in the game who it doesn't work on are named assassination targets. They know it's overpowered. You can, however, use the hidden blade specifically for this, but stabbing them's just less clunky. The second overpowered strategy is the throw. What you do is you lure all the guards up to a rooftop, you're going to be up there anyway, and you toss them down to their knees' content. Oh, and you know that crossbow from the intro? Yeah, that's not in the game, actually. Sorry. Okay, new target, new city. Next stop, Jerusalem. Architecturally, it's actually pretty similar to Damascus, but the weather is notably different. It's this odd mix of cloudy and sunny at the same time, but not in a cool way, not where there's a break in the clouds and the sun shining through. That's not what's happening here. There's clearly a lot of cloud cover, but if you can look up, you can see sunlight. I think that's what's making everything kind of green. Okay, first things first, towers, then bureau, then oh shit.
Malik.
Come to waste more of my time?
So, hey, remember Malik, that guy from the start of the game who lost his arm? And his brother? Because of us? Yeah, he's still mad. Understandably so. Okay, this is getting awkward, let's leave. So our target is Talal, a slaver who's been grabbing people off the streets and shipping them off to God knows where. Wait, we're in the middle of a crusade, is that a pun? Okay, this is a trap. Figures. Now, Talal's mission is one I have a bit of issue with. Assassin's Creed has always had these sort of veneer of stealth, and unlike Tamir, you can't just sneak up on Talal. Instead, his assassination is more of a parkour rooftop challenge. Okay, another one down, another upgrade, another city. And this one's got the most variation. It's also the most gloomy. I know the ruling king is English, but you have to bring the weather with him too? Come on. Now, unlike the previous 2 cities, which have their own city guard, each district here has its own knightly order watching over it. The first district, the Poor District, is watched over by the Knights Hospitalier, who wear black with a white cross, unlike the Middle District, which holds the Knights Teutonic, who wear white with a black cross, unlike the Rich District, which has the Lionheart Guards, who from what I understand, are not Knights Templar, despite their red and white uniforms. Honestly, it's really fitting. For what's supposed to be an everlasting war between the descendants of the Syrian Hasashin and the Knights Templar, this is a perfect starting point. No, shut up! Another difference between Akka and the other big cities is its viewpoints. They're not all towers, but instead you can enjoy the time-honored Eastern European tradition of climbing churches. bureau here is ran by a man named Jabal. He does not care for us. Unlike Malik, he doesn't hate us. And he's at least not a kiss-ass. We are not winning, aren't we?
A little bird told me you'd be paying a visit.
Al-Mualim has ordered the execution of Garnier de Naplouse, and so here I am.
Garnier is using people for some experiments, but he's not using the local populace. People aren't going missing in Acre, but instead, Jerusalem. It's not said outright, but you can infer that he's getting them from Talal. We're starting to see a through line with these guys. Okay, doctor's appointment time.
Help me! Please! You must help me!
Enough, my child. I asked you to retrieve the patient, not to kill him. There. Everything will be all right.
No!
Give me your hand.
Don't touch me! Not again!
Cast out this fear, else I cannot help you.
Help me? Like you helped the others? You took their souls! I saw! But not mine! No! You'll not have mine!
Take hold of yourself. Do you think this gives me pleasure? Do you think I want to hurt you? But you leave me no choice.
Every kind word matched by the back of his hand! All lies and deception! He won't be content until all bow before him!
You should not have done that. Return him to his quarters. I'll be along once I've tended to the
You
other.
can't keep me here! I'll escape again!
No, you won't. Break his legs, both of them.
Okay, he's not afraid to snap, crackle, pop someone's kneecaps. That's lovely. Garnier's a fun one. It's all close quarters, which is actually pretty rare in this game. Plenty of hiding spots, and... So now we're on to our next set of targets, and with that comes just a little more difficulty. Info gathering missions are just going to take a little bit more effort. Interrogation missions are going to take one more punch. Informants are going to need one or two more guards or flags. And eavesdropping is still going to be really easy. Difficulty is going to maintain this steady climb to the end of the game. Hell, even couriers get more paranoid. I swear, late game pickpocket missions either take me 5 seconds or 5 minutes. There is no in between. Next in line is Abul Nakud. He has a reputation of a philanthropist, but that might not be the case. Rumor has it he hates the people he quote-unquote serves. He'll be a lot happier without them. Hell, he love-hates them so much he's gonna throw a big party. You know, I think what's about to happen next is part of the only reason that he's the only target I remember from playing this game back on 360.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you all for joining me this evening. Please eat, drink, enjoy all the pleasures I have to offer. Trust everything is to your
You guys don't want to do that.
satisfaction.
Abul himself isn't much of a fighter, so this is more of a chase challenge. If he's getting distance, chuck a throwing knife at him, it usually works.
Be at peace now. Their words can no longer do harm.
Why have you done this?
You stole money from those you claim to lead, sent it away for some unknown purpose. I want to know where it's gone and why.
Look at me. My very nature is an affront to the people I ruled. And these noble robes did little more than to muffle their shouts of hate.
So this is about vengeance, then?
No, not vengeance, but my conscience. How could I finance a war in service to the same god that calls me an abomination?
So if he's not a terribly big fan of God, that must imply that the Templars themselves are not overly Christian. Okay, now before we move on to Jerusalem, I do want to touch on free running. Now, seeing as how this is Assassin's Creed's first outing, it can be a little rough. Now, I've been playing these games for a while, Brotherhood especially, so I'm kinda used to it, but I absolutely understand why some people don't gel with free running on a first playthrough. I think the important thing to note is that Altair moves where you are pointing, not where the camera is facing. And as a rule of thumb, try and run down the middle of rooftops, and don't go near the edge unless you're intending to jump off of it. So if you're climbing a building to escape some angry city guard, keep that in mind. That and climbing is a bit odd. Like, see this overhang? You can climb up to it, but you can't jump back and grab the top of it. And sometimes Altair just doesn't. It is a very learnable system, but it'll always have a hint of jank zested over top of it. Also, get used to not jumping into the city bureau. It bothers me every time. Next in line is William of Montferrat. He's in charge of Acre while King Richard I is out raging and crusading. Oh, and since the king is kind of a big deal historically, I'd like to stress I'm not going to have a historical inaccuracy count or something like that. If you're wanting for me to complain about how we don't get to see Altair get blazed on hashish then go on a killing spree, then I'm sorry, but you've come to the wrong review. William and his unfortunate haircut have a plan. Cut out King Richard and control his army for the Templars' new world. His son Conrad is not important. Hell, he's not even in the game. By now you're probably seeing how each target fits into the puzzle. Tamir was supplying the weapons. Talal kidnapped nobodies off the street so Garnier could presumably practice medicine. And Abul had deep pockets enough to fund the cause, while William tries to keep the king out of the picture, because the goal is not to fight the Saracens, but unite with them. And then there's Majd ad-Din. He's kind of like the other side to William's coin, ruling a city while the main leader, Salah ad-Din, is away raging and anti-crusading. Salah ad-Din is not in the game, by the way, so you're hoping to see him and Richard have some big conflict, then I'm sorry, but you've come to the wrong game. Wait, didn't I already say this? Anyway, I don't get how he fits, because I really don't see what he offers to the Templars' cause. He likes to kill people. Personally, I might add. During public executions. Like, he really likes killing.
Of course not. I killed them because I could. Because it was fun. Do you know what it feels like to determine another man's fate? And did you see the way the people cheered? The way they feared me? I was like a god.
You also learn that he's going to kill a fellow assassin, so we have some more personal stake in this. This is mainly a combat challenge. It's him, his personal guard, and you. I think the Templars just keep him around as a figurehead. Now, I'd be shirking my duty if I neglected this game's soundtrack. Composed by a personal favorite of mine and bad motherfucker, Jasper Kidd. It's got a good chunk of percussion and two different kinds of chanting to represent the two different kinds of factions in the Holy Land. And even in some of the slower tracks, like Acre Underground, have this odd electronic warping to it that works really well for stalking and pickpocketing. The sound design itself is pretty good. Nothing stands out as low quality. When a sword hits a sword, it makes a nice clang. No complaints. But what does stick out is how some of the dialogue you hear when running around seems, I don't know, oddly compressed. Okay, here, listen to this.
He's gonna hurt himself.
Wer hat das getan? Zeigt euch!
Someone should stop him before he hurts himself.
You've something to say?
My family sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins?
Rafik.
Word has spread of your deeds, Altair. It seems you are sincere in your desire to redeem yourself.
It seems like a lot of the main story dialogue comes across just fine, but if it's out in the overworld, it feels like it's coming through a slightly lower quality pair of speakers. Does that make sense? Alright, next in line is another crusader, Sibrand, and he is one paranoid Deutsch dude. I mean, I can't really say I blame him. We've been kind of killing off all his friends one by one. He's mainly locking down Akka's port, and while we're here, let's talk about the port. If you've played this game front to back at any point, you remember this place, and I know why. Don't worry, it works on guards too. Back to Sibrand. The dude is so damn paranoid that when you finally go to assassinate him, he publicly murders a priest, thinking it's an assassin. Ah yes, the English priest, commonly confused for the Syrian assassin, naturally. He's gone so far off the deep end, kinda like you in this port, that he's lost his mind and just starts shooting at seagulls. He's not even doing this for sport. I like Sibrand's assassination. It's got some nice high-risk platforming, and you can sneak up right behind him, even if I am cutting it really close.
Please, don't do this.
You are afraid.
Of course I am afraid.
But you'll be safe now, held in the arms of your god.
Have my brothers taught you nothing? I know what waits for me. For all of us.
If not your god, then what?
Nothing. Nothing waits. And that is what I fear.
The man himself is a massive nihilist. Second to last is a man named Jubair. He's in Damascus doing, of all things, a book burning. Hate that! What I don't hate is that you don't know exactly where he's gonna be. Him and his acolytes, disciples, goons, they all dress alike. And they're all going to be doing different burnings at the same time, so you don't know exactly where he is. I don't know why, but whenever I replay this game, I always forget he exists, and I don't know why. It's a unique mission with a fun gimmick that's actually really cool, I just don't remember it. Either way, still fun. Alright, last in line is the big French cheese himself. This brings us back to where it all started, Jerusalem. It's an interesting situation. The Templars are in the city as visitors. Okay. They're actually here for Majd ad-Din's funeral, which I guess proves that he was part of the Templar inner circle and not just a figurehead. Okay. And even weirder, Malik is being nice to us.
Malik, before I go, there's something I should say.
Be out with it.
I've been a fool.
Normally I'd make no argument, but what is this? What are you talking about?
All this time, I never told you I was sorry. Too damn proud. You lost your arm because of me. Lost Qadar. You had every right to be angry.
I do not accept your apology.
I understand.
No, you don't. I do not accept your apology because you are not the same man who went with me into Solomon's temple. And so you have nothing to apologize for.
Malik.
Perhaps if I had not been so envious of you, I would not have been so careless myself. I'm just as much to blame.
Don't say such things.
Yeah, Altair's been through a bit of a journey. He started out at the very tippy top and then got humbled. Hard. Hell, his entire character arc is just getting humbled. It's nice to see and proves the point that Altair was always capable, just arrogant. But to complete this little loop of being back into Jerusalem and running into Robert, who is going to be at the funeral personally? And it's not him. It's a girl. You're not the target, ma'am. My apologies. Please have a nice day. Turns out the real Robert is heading to Arsuf to both get Richard and Saladin to rally against the assassins, because we've done a lot of killing on both sides, really. Arsuf is a fun but short-lived section. We actually get to see some of the Holy War in action. It's a straight shot to both Baldbert and King Richard, and you have to cut through a small swath of Crusaders to get to both of them.
Assassin! What is the meaning of this? And be quick with it!
You've a traitor in your midst.
Hang on, does Richard speak Arabic? Or does Altair speak French? Wait, does Altair know French? Okay, Robert, it's you, me, and Big G, and he's down.
Speak sense, Templar. Or not at all.
9 men he sent you to kill, yes? The 9 who guarded the treasure's secret.
What of it?
It wasn't 9 who found the treasure, assassin. Not 9. but 10.
A 10th? None may live who carry the secret. Give me his name.
Oh, but you know him well. And I doubt very much you'd take his life as willingly as you've taken mine.
Who?
It is your master, Al-Mualim.
But he is not a Templar.
Did you never wonder how it is he knew so much? Where to find us, how many we numbered, what we aspired to attain?
Oh shit, sorry Majesty, I gotta go. Wow, Messiah looks dreary.
Was it the Templars? Did they attack again?
They walk the path.
What path? What are you talking about?
Towards the light.
Speak sense.
Everyone in the town is like this, even our brothers. It's a shame we have to fight our own, but thankfully we have friends now. Alright, Murder Santa, it's time for answers. Like, how the hell are you doing that? This leads to what I would say is the first and only real boss fight in the game. It's got phases, and more than just, you know, throw the guy on the ground and stab him in the neck. Phase 1, kill everyone we've killed before. God damn it. Phase 2, defy the odds. And Phase 3, hunter-killer. This phase can be tricky, seeing as how he drains your damn health. It's more of a scare attack than anything else. You have to find out where he's hiding, and if you're worried about the health drain, then start the fight off with some throwing knives. And down. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. What the hell is this thing? It can make illusions, puppet people, and God knows what else. It's no wonder the Templars want it if it's able to pacify people en masse. And there's more of them. Oh man, we are not among friends in this building. Speaking of friends...
Have faith. Rest up, Desmond. You're gonna need the energy.
So, you know those flashes we would get between the chapters? Yeah, we weren't the first person they tried this with, and, he kinda went nuts. Honestly, it was nice going back and playing this, especially now that I know what a character arc is. Assassin's Creed 1 isn't the most complex game, it doesn't have a million systems, thank God. And honestly though, it's a solid foundation to build up from. We don't get that very often, and I kinda miss it. Hello, my name is the NC. This is going to be hopefully the first of many gaming review videos. I don't plan on fully just sticking to Assassin's Creed, I plan on branching out to other ones. Next one is actually going to be the first Max Payne, so stick around, there will be more. Take care. Hey, whatever happened to that Jamal guy who helped the Templars get into the city? Oh, hey, there he is.